Today, our super smart little hero pig faces 10 incredible sky challenges to reach Our brave little hero pig stands at the edge of the sky island, taking a breath and focusing on the very first challenge ahead. For the first test, our super smart pig must cross a flickering hologram bridge where only the right glowing squares will safely hold his steps. At first, all the glowing squares look the same to him, and our little hero feels a bit confused by the constantly blinking path. He slows down, really watching the flashes, and soon notices that one row of squares always blinks in a repeating 3-beat rhythm. Now that he understands the pattern, our little hero calmly steps only on the right squares, and each chime rewards. Each careful step lights up a safe square beneath his hooves, turning the once uncertain air. With the first challenge solved, the bridge gently fades away, and our hero now following runway. Ahead stretches a slim runway filled with hovering wind drones, and our little hero will have to ride their gusts instead of fighting them. The wind from these drones is strong and a little scary, but our brave little pig knows he must find a way to turn that power into help. When he tries to walk straight through the wind, it just shoves him backward, and he quickly realizes that pushing harder will not be enough. Watching his fur and cane bend a direction, he suddenly understood the gusts. By tilting his body just right, he lets the airs through scoop him up so he glides between the drones, turning wide. He slips right past a powerful drone, using the edge of its gust-like slide, and even finds... After riding the rushing air to the very end, he lands safely on the next platform, and now... He steps carefully onto the code platform, knowing this time the challenge is not about strength or speed. Up close, there are so many bright little signs and lines that he feels lost for a moment, unsure which glowing marks truly matter. Looking more closely, he notices one line of symbols that repeats in the very same order as the big signs on the console. And he taps each big symbol on the console in the right order, and the linked marks above respond with brighter light. From above, the magnetic maze looks like a twisting puzzle of shiny tunnels, where clever timing and direction changes will... He steps into the shiny metal hallway of the maze, reading the glowing floor magnets and little pictures. At first, he just tries to climb the raised platform like a normal step, but it keeps pushing him back, gently reminding him that... He pauses, looks from the glowing magnets to the little hologram picture above, and realizes they are quietly... When he taps the floor magnet, a bright link lights up to the wall symbol, and using each glowing magnet in turn, he happily walks from wall to ceiling and back again. Leaving the twisting, melting tunnels behind, he steps onto a floating and now faces a bright, musical... From above, this whole platform's one big glowing game board, where each colored tile will soon... He walks onto the gentle starting tiles, feeling the soft glow under his hooves while watching the rows ahead. At first, the floor seems to flash in so many colors and spots at once that he cannot tell which light... By breathing, listening, and watching just one simple line of tiles, he finally hears the true repeating... Once he trusts the simple pattern, his little hooves start to dance. Stepping left, then more. Up close, every neat little step sends bright ripples racing over the tiles, turning the... Ahead of him hovers a clear, glowing cube where gravity takes a rest, and gentle floating shapes The moment he steps fully inside, his hooves no longer find a solid floor, and he gently spins. As he calms down and really looks around, he spots glowing control panels. With one careful push on the glowing handle, his whole body begins to glide in a smooth... By gently nudging different glowing handles in turn, he weaves between the drifting shapes, turning... Sliding gently through the brighter exit, he feels solid ground. From above, the next area looks like a huge glowing wall of levers and buttons, where only the truly solid... He moves closer to the towering grid, knowing this test will not be about speed, but about spotting which of these... Up close, the many rows of glowing levers seem nearly identical, and for a moment he feels that choosing any one... By quietly watching how each handle throws its own tiny shadow and reflection, he discovers that only the solid on it... He tests one ghostly lever on purpose, and when his hoof slides through without any click or light, it gently proves that only... Following the hint, he firmly pulls 3 solid levers in the right color. Lights bloom across the top bar. The hidden gate finally slides open. Ahead, a long factory belt carries glowing crates in steady waves, and our little hero will need to read its repeating pattern. He waits at the very edge, letting several waves of crates roll past while his sharp little eyes quietly... When he just tries to walk straight against the belt, his little legs work very hard, but he still slides back and nearly... By watching them and matching them to the little timeline above, now he moves with the belt instead of fighting it, hopping lightly from gap to crate and back again. Seen from below, each tiny hoof lands exactly where it should, turning the rushing crates and moving belt into a neat... With one last well-timed hop, he leaves the rushing belt behind and lands on soft... By slowing his breath and matching each quiet hoofstep to the orb's gentle... Near the end, he nearly steps too soon. Gently. He leaves the safe starting platform with a single careful step onto the first floating disc, feeling it by King's its brightest beat. Gathering all his courage and he pushes off from the foe.